A new controversy is unfolding in the Middle East conflict. And this time, India finds itself caught between the two powers, the two rivals. India is caught between US and Iran after ship attacks from US President Trump has accused Iran of carrying out a drone attack on India-linked ships, leaving the Strait of Hormuz very difficultly. In a post on a social media platform, Trump called the alleged attack totally unacceptable and then warned Iran to get its act together and fast. Well, the statement comes at a sensitive moment. India is already over the recent US military strikes on a commercial vessel carrying Indian crew members. Well, now, the Indian ministry has denied all of the attacks and summoned that no Indian crew members were hurt and none of them died. But diplomats now have a new topic for a controversy. At the center of it is a dispute in a series of incidents involving ships with Indian sailors on board. Now, the most of the serious strike was suspected on MT Seatel Bello with 3 Indian sailors that were killed. They were generally killed, while several other vessels were the Indian crew members were also targeted in the recent days. According to the US Central Command, the ships were suspected by violating a blockade linked to Iranian oil exports and were disabled through the Washington described as a precision strike. However, the deaths of the Indian sailors have triggered outrage in India. The Ministry of External Affairs has described attacks on civilian shippings as deeply concerning, as well as demanded a greater protection for Indian nationals working in that particular region. Now, Trump's latest accusations against Iran adds another layer to the crisis. US officials have claimed that Iranian drones targeted commercial vessels near the Strait of Hormuz, and then American forces intercepted them before even the damage was done. Now, the bigger question is whether India will be forced to balance the response between Washington and Tehran. India has strong strategic ties with the United States, but it also has a major economic and energy interests linked to the stability in Gulf region. So both ways, it is balancing. For India, it is no longer just about a distant political conflict. Now, thousands of Indian sailors work abroad in the commercial vessels and pass through some of the world's most dangerous waterways. And one is the Strait of Hormuz. Any escalation in the strait could now put more Indians' lives at risk and disrupt the oil supplies globally. Now, the coming days will be closely watched, and now the New Delhi seeks accountability for the deaths of its citizens while navigating a rapid escalating crisis between the United States and Iran. Now, the bigger question is very clear. When the global powers clash, ordinary workers often pay the highest price.